28th of December, man. This week is flying by. Of course, we're here 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No excuses, just free picks. No bullshit on this show. It's not the way that it works, but I don't know, man. How you been, Chris, since the last time we saw you yesterday on the drive-through?
Oh, boy. Surviving. I got bit by the trash pandas last night, but
Man.
yeah, it's okay. New day. Yeah, a lot of action. We're going to start seeing the college hoops ramping up again, so just trying to prepare for that.
A lot of funny YouTube comments, I'll tell you that much. Jay, how's it going?
Going good. I got juiced yesterday, but I still made profit 2-2 day. Hit both the top plays, so that's always good. Thunder Buddies for life. And then shout out to Coyotes, man. Getting it done at the crib. Just trying to keep it rolling forward. We got a great day of NBA action today. Really a great weekend of NBA coming up. We got some NFL today, not the greatest, but year winding down, new year on the horizon, just trying to close it out strong here on a Thursday with my guys. That's what I got going.
Nice. Gotta say, man, I mean, for all the awesome people we have in our Pick Dogs community, and we're talking hundreds of millions of people, there are some real turd balls out there, man. I mean, just really, really stupid people, man. It's like, I mean, I made the comment about like us making no money off people subscribing to our channel, and some guy wrote like a book, in the YouTube comments. It's like, trust me on this one. You can look up Google how much does YouTube pay for a subscriber and how much do they pay for a badge or anything like that. The answer is 0. We appreciate all our subscribers. Okay, we ask people if you are interested in the content to subscribe, but if you're not, believe me, we don't care. It's like we have a community that's built for people that want our stuff. If you hate me or you don't understand me or anything like that, or you're too fucking stupid, sounds like, half you guys are from the gutter or something. I'm not really sure what the hell you're from. You're not even talking. These people threatening like to come to my house with guns. It's like, it's a fucking YouTube show, moron. It's like, just click the little X in the corner, It's basically what it is. You're not coming to my house with any guns, and you're not doing it. Because you don't like what I said on YouTube. How stupid are you, man? I guess pretty stupid. People, if that's worth ruining your life over, man, you really have no life whatsoever. I think it's just, I don't know what it is, man. My parents certainly weren't the best. They weren't even close, They weren't even in the ballpark. But, man, listening to half of your comments of you guys, man, I'm grateful that at least I had that. I don't get it. Anyways, there's some guys here talking about sports picks. We give out a lot of winners. Some people say, I bet on 2 of these guys' picks and they both lost. It's like, what about the other 8 million, man? What about all the documented picks? It's like, how stupid are you, man? The worst is the comments where it's like anyone could just say anything, and it's like easy to disprove, right? You just sound like an idiot. It's like it's just moronic. I should just start saving them, and I should do like a TikTok video every day, 60 seconds of stupid comments, and it's like why they're stupid. I don't know, man. I just wanted to sit here and talk about games. Anyways, a lot of clowns out there. I don't know what it is, man. It's like this time of year, because we went through like a long stretch where we didn't have any of that garbage, Do you think it's just this time of year because it's like we're covered bigger and better and more than everybody else, so it's like we're just attracting all of these like people?
Yeah.
I know, like on YouTube, there's just a zero lack of accountability. It's like, it's like you want to be accountable and talk about whatever. We have an open platform for you. But if you want to just be some user XY463 and talk about, talk about it. I mean, stop touching yourself so much, man. It's ruining your thinking. Seriously. I mean, I guess the only words of advice I could have for you. I'm far from an expert at any of these things, but I don't know, some guy with a YouTube channel. A lot of people get seriously emotional about it. I just have a way with people, I guess. I could just say, I mean, seriously, I mean, I got berated at my last job when I sent out an email asking what time lunch was. So I do have a gift.
Yeah, forget about not bloating. This is your real gift.
Yeah, but we have, I do not bloat. But we have a lot going on today. We got the Pop-Tarts Bowl, so that we know that's going to take some time. But I mean, we've got a lot of games to cover. We've got NBA, we've got of course NFL, we've got 4 college football games, including the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Do we get the Pop-Tarts out of the way first? Do we just say it's an ongoing discussion for the whole show? Like, I'm brown sugar cinnamon. I know that. Right? I'm comfortable with where I am, with who I am. I'm sure there's people out there that want to pop a cap in my ass because they think that, anything with the frosting makes me, racist. But it's like, I don't know. It's amazing. How about you, Chris? What's your favorite? I used to like the dark chocolate fudge when I was a kid.
No, see, I'm either team strawberry or team raspberry.
So lame. Jay, what
delicious. I'm sorry.
Ruffolo thinks he's getting fruit when he does that. That's why he's like, I'm so healthy with my Pop-Tarts.
Is that not how it works?
Brown sugar, cinnamon, and s'mores are like my 3.
I've never had the s'mores. My nephews, like when they come, they always get the s'mores. I gotta try it. Brown sugar, cinnamon, man. Brown sugar, cinnamon rules the roost. Pop-Tarts Bowl. What an awesome idea. There's an idea this time is gum. Jay's got the jam session. There's the Mavericks. Busted up my parlay yesterday. They were there too, man. They were up by like double digits like the whole game.
When I went to sleep, so I didn't even see the ending. They were blowing them out. Luka had I felt like he had like 30 at half. I said, oh, boy, they gonna put these boys to sleep. I'm out of here.
Yeah, because every time they tried to get back in it, they weren't there, They couldn't do there. See, once again, user whatever says, bro, NC State has not lost a single offensive lineman to the portal. What are you talking about? They absolutely have. They lost their left tackle. I can tell you that for 100% certainty. There's someone that absolutely knows nothing. Transfer portal. The center is out, the tight end, and also an offensive tackle.
What were we talking about? The first college football game, SMU?
No, I was just talking about in general. The NC State game, which I believe is the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
Yeah, it is the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
We do have a game that is starting shortly.
Yeah, the SMU game is starting in 15 minutes.
The Fenway Bowl. SMU versus Boston College. SMU. All right, let's get to it. You know what? Screw it. Let's do it. Let's actually talk about picks and do it early and often. Let's just make the show what that tiny fraction of our audience wants to see. Chris, what do you think of this football game today? We've got SMU taking on Boston College. 10-point spread here, and the total set at 48. This one, of course, at Fenway Park in Boston, which makes for an odd field configuration. SMU up to 13 now.
The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. It's crazy.
Ooh, wasabi, son. I like me
It's a
some
little
sushi.
spicy.
Chris, what do you think?
Spicy. Oh, in this college football matchup between Boston College and SMU on a Thursday afternoon, I have to think that I'm going to take the under in this one. You know, I just SMU lost their quarterback Preston Stone to injuries. They're not missing a ton of guys via the transfer portal, but I just think that Boston College could try to slow down the game, try to run the football a lot. Boston College's quarterback Emmett Moorhead, he's in the portal. He lost the starting job. There's been some injuries for Boston College as well, so I think there's going to be some bad weather in this one. I think the wind is going to play a factor here as well, so I'm going to take the under 48.
The wind is a factor.
I think it's like 10 plus mile an hour winds or something like that.
Jay, what do you think?
I think that it's SMU or nothing. I'm not betting this shit, man. The college football bowls, they just don't interest me right now. But SMU moving to the ACC again, like I told you.
Better watch out, Jay. You're going to get some hate mail if you have an actual opinion.
I'm sorry. It just doesn't attract me. The college football bowls right now. But like SMU closed the season out really strong. They're getting ready to move to a new conference. Like I could just see them carrying here. Boston College, they lost their last 3. I don't know. It's SMU or pass for me here in this one.
Boston College at home for me. This is a home game for these guys. Crap weather is where they live, where they roam. And they also have size. Boston College always has very typical, solid offensive line and guys that can run the football. I just think that, this is a lot of points to be laying, in a windstorm with a passing team. And, I know Rhett Lashley, his offense with the hurry up and all that stuff. He was our offensive coordinator in Miami. But the problem with that is, man, if they get you off the field fast, it's your defense spends an awful lot of time on the field. And it's going to be a little chilly on the sidelines.
What's the weather up there?
I'm not sure.
Windy.
Chris?
I really don't care. I don't even know why I asked.
Chris? Is it sweater weather?
It's cold here, so it's cold up here. It's 38 degrees here in Dallas today. It's cold.
Let me just pull it up here.
Freezing.
47 and windy.
It's warmer.
With rain as well.
It's warmer in Boston than it is in Dallas.
I'm going to take Boston College in the points, man. I just think it's way too many to pass up. I'm not a big SMU fan. 10th place in the ACC versus first place in the AAC.
10th place is crazy.
10th place, man. Got rain.
They're going to beat Clemson next year.
Yeah, right.
Especially if Klubnik comes back. Oof. Is he coming back, Klubnik?
I'm sure he is.
Yeah. Fading his ass.
Next up, go to the Pinstripe Bowl. Double baseball here. Bowl games. It is
the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe Bowl.
Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they mow for you? Chris or Jay, what do you think? It's Rutgers and Miami. A guy in the comments absolutely shredded us on this one. Said that I forget what they called Shiano's first name, but talked about what a great coach he was over Mario Cristobal. But didn't even get his name right.
As the biggest Miami fan I know, do you care
about this game?
Yes.
I want to see Ja'Cory Brown again. We saw him last year. He was actually pretty good. And I think that Miami, the thing is that this is a team that has a lot of NFL talent that's not playing in the game, but they also have a lot of young talent because we've recruited well under Cristobal, and we'll have a lot more young guys too. I'm interested in seeing if we can just do it on speed and talent alone. I don't think that Rutgers I know is playing a lot of their players. So, they're a Big Ten team. So I don't know if they can put any points on the board either. I mean, this is, 41.5 is the total. So I kind of like the under, but I like Miami also. I think we're going to be able to run the football on these guys.
Yeah, I like Miami too. I'm not overly in love with this game, but I just don't even see how they get to Rutgers being favored after losing 4 straight down the stretch. Like,
because really, Miami's missing like a lot of players. But
I get it. But
Miami has a slew of NFL players on this team. They always do, and it's like they have a ton, and they're not playing in this game.
They weren't even competitive. Like when you lose 22-0 to Iowa, like. I think that sums it up. You know what I mean? So I can't lay points with a bad team, even though they kind of are. Where's Rutgers? New York?
New Jersey.
Yeah. Piscataway
Stadium. Miami should go up there and bust them up. We'll see. What do you think, Roof?
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the under here. I think it's going to be just a black and blue kind of football game. I think Rutgers is going to try to rough this up a little bit, and we all know the Rutgers offense not the most prolific out there. So, hey, give me the under in this one.
The question is, do we think that the Miami backups are just as good as the Rutgers starters? And
yes, I think they're faster.
The question is yes. That's my assumption. There you go.
All right. What do you think of that college basketball schedule tomorrow, Chris?
I haven't really taken the time to fully delve into it, but I know that there's some interesting matchups there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't get neither. Oof, listen.
Huh.
That is a pretty big card tomorrow. Huge card. Sheesh.
It's a nice card. Who'd you take in this one, Chris?
I took the under here.
Oh?
It took the total.
Douchebag.
Yeah. Fine, Rutgers.
All right.
Oh.
I don't care. Rutgers wins, you're fired. Got the Pop-Tarts Bowl, Kansas State against NC State. NC State, 2.5-point dogs in this one. This is one of the better games out there. I mean, there's not a lot of good games this college football bowl season, but this is one of them.
Can I give my injury update here, Ruffolo? My injury transfer portal update?
The shorter list is actually who's still there on both sides. Kansas State, Will Howard, starting quarterback. He's in the portal. Backup Avery Johnson's probably going to start. Starting running back Trayshawn Ward's in the portal. RJ Garcia, receivers in the portal.
Why would Will Howard go into the portal? Where's a better fit for him going to be?
I have no idea.
Exactly.
Kansas State lost a starting safety, starting quarterback to the portal. Starting wide receiver, starting tight end.
I guess because Colin Klein is going to Texas A&M as offensive coordinator, so that's why maybe he ends up there.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't think so.
Well, because they had Max Johnson.
Did A&M announce their head coach?
Yeah, it's Mike Elko.
Yep. Yeah.
And NC State.
Did they announce his contract?
$10 million per.
I'm gonna look it up.
NC State, a lot of the backups are in the portal, but most of the starters are still there. Brennan Armstrong's probably going to start for NC State.
Good old Armstrong.
Armstrong, the All-American boy.
I don't like this game. I don't. I might watch it. What time is it? 4:45. Yeah, I really ain't got nothing going. That's right before the drive-through. Have it on while do the drive-through. Pop-Tarts Bowl. Is the trophy like a Pop-Tart? Are they going to hand out Pop-Tarts?
I'm sure it'll be full of Pop-Tarts. I'm sure it'll be full.
Apparently the mascot's a Pop-Tart, and it's like an edible mascot.
To me, there's nothing more uncool than being the winning coach in that Duke's Mayo Bowl when they dump that bucket of mayo over his head. It just doesn't look even celebratory in the least. It's like they dump the mayo over his head. It's like, ugh. I don't even like mayo that much.
I'm still going to take Kansas State here, man. I am. I like them. And they always play strong. That's the thing. It's like I feel like I can count on Kansas State coming out and playing hard. That's like they're not a team that like take a drive or play off. They won the whatchamacallit last year, I think they care. I think they're the better team, even though they got a lot of people in the portal or gone. I'm gonna take Kansas State. I don't love it though. I don't really love none of these college football.
I don't know.
Is Texas A&M a better job than Kansas State? Well, I guess.
Much better. Big money. SEC.
How much better though? Like Kansas, I feel like Kansas State is probably like a 7, and I feel like A&M is probably like an 8.
A&M's like a 9 out of 10.
If you win there, but you're not going to, so that's makes it like a 6.
Yeah, it's tough to win there, that's for sure.
Exactly. Like it's not like Kansas State. If you win at Kansas State, you're legendary. I guess the same could be said at A&M, but I don't know.
Yeah, but see, they don't want 8. They don't want 7-5 and 8-4.
Yeah, Texas A&M has a lot of money.
They do. No, they do. They do. They got crazy money.
Chris, what are you selling today?
Caught me off guard. Got a $19 college hoops play. So I got that as part of my 3-point play for college hoops and NBA, and my NHL best bet on the board as well.
Nice. What's your NHL best bet?
One of the 4 games that are on the card. One of 8 teams.
We won't be finishing the show until you let us know who that might be. Yeah.
So we might as well kick back, relax.
Yeah, I got to say that a lot of our cappers are really finishing the year pretty hot here. I will say that. I'll say it. A lot of our cappers are. I've had a mixed year. Started really cold, and then I kind of cruised through. I've been kind of about 500. I could be better.
I had a solid year. College football kicked my ass. Other than that,
Jay started getting all cocky with his college football, and that's when he kicked his ass. He's talking his big game, college football, and then it was like, oh, man, conference play came in.
Yep. Y'all know me. I call a spade a spade. That's exactly what happened. Kick my
Conference play. Betting on Houston.
Sam Houston. Yeah, man. It happens.
Memphis. Memphis busted up my parlay. Arizona against Oklahoma. I don't have Lincoln Riley to kick around anymore, but these are two. Arizona, I think Jeb Fish has got to be coach of the year, right? Got to be. Who else can it possibly be? But maybe the Washington guy. Chris, it was kind of like a rhetorical question I threw out there. You got the same. Anyways, Dylan Gabriel, of course, in the portal for the Sooners. And Jackson Arnold will get the start for Oklahoma. He was a 5-star recruit, true freshman, 18 to 24 for 202 yards this season. Jeff Lebby, the offensive coordinator for the Sooners, accepted the Mississippi State head coach job. And Seth Luttrell, formerly the North Texas head coach, was promoted to the offensive coordinator and QB coach.
That coach.
Arizona, not too many big opt-outs here. Chris, what are your thoughts? I like Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going with the over here.
Over what?
Over 59.5, I think it is. So.
Your time as a co-host on the show.
Yeah, well, yeah. We'll see. Been it's a nice run while it lasted.
Got two
Jacob
words for you: drive-through.
We've done that once already.
I see your future, and it's his Tony T's sidekick on the drive-through. Be like, well, James, that was some real interesting analysis. I think we got to try and rally some of these guys for our weekend shows for the new format that we never see. Anyways, while you're giving out another total, it's the over.
Yeah, I like the over a lot here. I think I do lean towards Arizona for a side, but I think the over the stronger play. I think Arizona's going to be able to put up some points on Oklahoma's defense. It's going to be missing some pieces for sure. But I also think Oklahoma can score. Jackson Arnold is getting the keys to an offense that put up 40-plus points per game this year, over 500 yards of offense. Like you said, he's a 5-star recruit. So I think there's going to be no shortage of points here. I'm surprised the total opened even in the 50s. I thought this was going to open up closer to 63, 64. So give me the over Arizona, Oklahoma.
Jay, any interest?
Boomer Sooner. Yeah. I don't love it though.
Keep going.
I gotta put a disclaimer on all college football. What is Boomer Sooner here for me? Arizona, they surprised me this season. They did. Hats off to them. They had a good season. And I wouldn't be surprised if their coach did do it because nobody thought Arizona was going to do what they did. And they might care a little more here in this game, but I don't know. It's Boomer Sooner for me here. Like more talent, deeper.
Arizona for me. Sooners are a bunch of stiffs. We know that, and as we've said a long time ago about this Oklahoma team, it's time for them to just go away. I'm going to take Arizona.
Boomer Sooner.
Later, Sooners.
Later, Gator.
Later, Gator hater.
After a while, Crocodile.
All right, that's it for today's college football action.
I can't wait to the big bowls. Oof. Hook 'em.
Huh.
talk some NFL.
Let's talk some NFL.
National Football League.
The National Football League.
The league that's quote-unquote the best league in all of them, but they choose to put standalone games late in the season. Jets, Browns. What kind of shit is that? What kind of shit is that?
It's horse shit. We got Jets and Browns. Speaking of horse shit, Chris, what are you thinking here?
Nice. I'm gonna go with the Browns laying the points. I really wanted to get there with the prime time under, but I couldn't. So it was too low, and I could just see a bunch of turnovers in this game. Putting up some points, and so I could see a pick six here from the Jets. Trevor Siemian throwing it into the hands of that Browns defense. But I do think the Browns probably win this one by double digits. I'm done with the Jets, and the Browns are actually playing some semi-confident football lately, and Joe Flacco's actually playing well. So give me the Browns in this one.
SMU on the march in the Wasabi Fenway Bowl, crossing the 50.
Jets, Jets. I don't love it, but it's Jets. I think the Browns love getting a little out of control. 7.5 is crazy. It's crazy. 6.5, they would have had me. They would have had me on 6.5. I would have been on Cleveland. 7.5, ugh, can't do it. Not with Flacco in this offense. Ruffolo couldn't get there, man, but I sure can. I'm taking the prime time under. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. We got Flacco and Trevor Siemian. Like that, if that don't scream under, I don't know what does. I understand it's really low, but it's that low for a damn reason. This might be one of the worst ones of the season. I kind of think we're in for one of those. Like I might not even be there for halftime. I might be on the couch behind me sleep.
Ouch.
Might be one of them tonight, but I'm on the under, and because I think it's low scoring, I like the Jets.
I'm taking the Browns. I'm laying the alternate line here. I think the Browns just absolutely smack them. I also like the under in this one. This is not a good game. Is it Thursday night next week? Is this the last Thursday night game of the year?
Last one of the year.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Thank God.
I'm definitely gonna have NBA on my screen tonight. Not this.
Not this crap.
I much rather watch the Celtics blow out the Pistons.
Speaking of which, Celtics take it on the Pistons. Someone actually wrote in the YouTube comments on my video of this. This guy really hates the Celtics. No shit.
Yeah.
Like, tell me something I don't know. You know,
is the sky blue?
It's like when I start talking about that I like the Bucks upside better than anybody. That's when you know I really don't like you. It's like at least the Bucks I think have a much higher ceiling. I think the Celtics, this is as good as they can do.
Mitch, it's not too late to just flip.
Boston College coming up big here against SMU. Getting the turnover. A lot of ass slapping going on. A lot of hugging, helmet slapping, butt slapping. That guy just pinched the other guy's ass. He's like, got the sack, the strip sack, the fumble, and it's Boston College in business at the 50-yard line. What's the layout here? Is the 50-yard line like second base at Fenway?
Probably.
I haven't been to Fenway in a long time for a game. I was in Boston a few years ago. I met some friends before a game, but I didn't go to the actual game. It was pouring rain. I haven't been in a long time. I used to go to a lot of games at Fenway Park.
This coming up year, that's on my. I want to travel to see some ballparks.
If I was doing that route, I would do Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium. I would do that whole East Coast. Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore
Pittsburgh.
on the list. I want to see. Camden.
Pittsburgh.
I also want to see the Celtics blow the doors off of the Pistons. That's what I want to see. Does it happen? I think so. I'm not betting the Pistons. This is the worst team in the NBA versus the best team in the NBA. We all know that. So it's like the Pistons, the Celtics are in a damned if you do, damned if you don't spot. Where it's like, if they don't come out here and cover the spread, everybody going to laugh at them. Like, bro, like, what? Like what? And if they do blow them out, it's just they get no credit for it. But it's Celtics at the crib, man. I'm not even looking in the direction of Detroit. They're gonna get ran out the gym. Cade had 40 last game, and they still couldn't get it done. Celtics. Boston.
Oh boy.
I like Boston in this one. This is their typical game where they just act like they've actually won something and actually done something. And, they beat the crap out of the worst team in the NBA. This is like their big ass slap in moment. It's like the fraud championship. They win, It's like Jason Tatum will have like 55, 60 in this thing. Talk about, and Tatum put 60 on the Pistons. Yeah, whatever. I'm taking the Celtics.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Celtics as well. What have the Pistons done in similar spots against Milwaukee and Philly last week? They lost both those games by 32 points each on the road against those teams. And also 32 must be a magic number. They lost to the Orlando Magic by 32 in Orlando back on December 8th. So the Chris game to be no different for them to start the countdown towards December 30th.
Don't get me wrong. I'm rooting for the Pistons. Got the Halliburtons against the Bulls. Yours.
It's funny because people really starting to call them that. The Halliburtons. It just rolls off the tongue.
It does roll off the tongue. It rolls off the tongue.
The Halliburtons, man. Mitch, you been on the Bulls, man. You been on them.
I've been riding them.
You jumping off?
Nope.
Okay.
One more time.
There you go.
Why not? Dance with what brung me. I'm playing with house money. I'm playing with Bulls money. Let's see what we got in this one. Chicago Bulls have covered the spread as underdogs versus the East 6 times in a row. Taking the Bulls. Chris? Your Chicago Bulls. First down, Boston College Eagles. Stop the
got
game.
Boston College in that game.
Stop the game. No, I gave him out in the video, and I got hammered in the comments, so it's always more fun. See, yeah. I love the deleters.
Yeah.
The guys who never delete are the ones that say, this guy never wins, man. I'm just here to fade his picks or whatever. It's like, yeah, I've been doing this for 16 years, man. 100 million people have watched our videos because we never have won a game. I love it.
I'm gonna take the Bulls as well. I just you can get away so many times with playing no defense if you're the Indiana Pacers or the Indiana Halliburtons. So many times you get away with it. The Bulls are playing some solid basketball right now, and not a team really looking to step in front of. Never thought I'd say that about the Bulls, but playing well. So give me Chicago in this one.
Today's the jump off day for a few teams. Today's the day to run the other way. This is one of them jumping off the Bulls here. Talk about the other one in a little bit, but taking the Halliburtons tonight. They showed me something in that last game. They did. I think they're getting ready to return to who we think they are, who we thought they were. Yes, they went through a tough stretch, but it happens. Revenge spot. Bulls did beat them boys earlier this season. It is a sexy spot for the Bulls. I get it. It's their 5th straight home game. They've been balling. But I just think the Pacers come in here locked in. Like I said, to go into Houston and not only cover but beat them outright was really encouraging. I'm on the Halliburtons tonight, man. This is just one of those where, like, I really don't have a solid reason to tell you guys why I like the Pacers. It's just I do tonight.
Gonna bust up your parlay, man.
I know.
Gonna bust up something. Be like Ruffolo's picks last Wednesday. Busting up parlays all across the country. Was it December 23rd?
The day of infamy.
Ruffolo couldn't get out of his own way.
Oh my God.
It's like the freaking garage door opener battery was out. Stuck outside. Oh, man. Boston College on the board. Got the Mavs fresh off the parlay busting up against the Timberwolves. Getting double digits here. I guess that means Luka's not playing.
He's not on the injury report right now.
10 points. He's not playing.
He's not on the injury report right now.
10 points. He's not playing.
But you got to remember, that's not true. I think the books really got the line right here because the Timberwolves, they have gone stupid, dummy crazy at the crib. They do have the best record in the West. I don't know. I literally dug this morning trying to find any news or any reason why the Timberwolves are 10.5 point favorites, but there's nothing that says Luka's sitting. So I don't know.
Mitch, count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
He's not playing.
I
don't know.
I know. Here, I'll be the YouTube commenter of the day. Trust me.
Thank me later.
Trust me. Hear me out.
You guys might be right. Back end of a back-to-back with travel, you might sit. And the line indicates that he might sit too. But I ain't bet it yet, but I kind of want to, and just because y'all know me, man. I bet the Mavs regardless. But if they give me 10.5 and my guy plays, that's a layup. I'm sorry. I feel that way. And if he don't play, then I still got double digits in my back pocket in the NBA game. The Mavs, for as I know they're the running joke. I know, I get it, but they are, what are they? 10-6 straight up on the road this season. And they're the 3rd best road ATS team in the NBA. Only 2 teams better than them are our guys, the Thunder and the Sixers. So, I don't know.
Wow, Savage Loco 2220 says, "Man, you stink. My parlay sucked. I'm not listening to you no more." That was me. That's my 7 free picks in 5 minutes.
I thought you were Savage Loco.
No. Man, you stink. My parlay sucked. Not listening to you anymore.
Well, if it's your parlays that suck, I think that's on you.
Yeah. Who do you like today? That's really the question. Man. Raining like crazy in Boston. Make way for ducklings. That's what I always say. I'm taking the Mavericks plus the points. Just seems almost too obvious.
Ruffolo, man, you're not even a guest anymore. You're a permanent resident.
Hold on, I gotta find my keys.
Yeah, no, they on your key belt now. You're a permanent resident.
Oh well, no. See, here's the thing. It's just like the Mavericks are holding the door open for me after yesterday.
I get it. I do. I get it.
They're like, excuse us, we have to go check the the garbage bin at the back.
I get it, man. Trash pandas. I get it. You've been loving you some Timberwolves.
But see, here's the thing. It's just like, I get it at a certain point, and you have to kind of say enough is enough with the Timberwolves. And I'm not betting this game. I would just take the Timberwolves out of spite, personally, just because of how the Mavericks folded like a cheap lawn chair that Zion Williamson sat on yesterday. But it's that's my favorite new line. The Pelicans folded like a cheap lawn chair after Zion sat on it. But I would just take the Timberwolves out of spite. I don't know, back to back, and like I said, you're banking on, if you're betting this right now, you're trying to just guess if Luka's playing or not. So I would wait to see if any injury report comes out.
So basically, you're just calling me stupid. Is that what you're saying? That I'm a guesser?
I did not say that. I did not say that at all.
Guesser?
I did not say that at all.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
I did not say you're a guesser at all.
You're guessing. You said you're guessing. Need to go back to the wilderness. Write it in your mind. Reading through some comments. Kate ain't playing. Fraud champs. Here for the slander. Where's it at? It's been slander week here, bringing in the holidays.
We're just like, sorry to disappoint.
Sorry to disappoint you. Not worth my breath. Let's talk about the guy, the unsubscribed guy in the comments. He's the best. It's like basically saying, all right, that's it. I'm not eating my ice cream for dessert. It's like, okay. SMU dropping the pass right in his hands. 4th and 8. Rhett Lashley's off the offense, off the field again, in a hurry, turning it back over to the Boston College Eagles. Take the Eagles. Cavs rally from 20 down. They show it at the bottom.
That's what I'm saying. When I went to sleep, we was up a dub. Like, we was up 20. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it.
You know what happened, man? It was like they did the Married at First Sight, like the recap, like what the experts think of how these relationships are going. And it just kind of killed the vibe of the whole night. Just killed it, man. I don't care. There's no Pop-Tart bowl going to save that shit. I love the YouTube comments also about my Caleb Williams comments. Anyways. Chris, what do you think?
I gave out the Timberwolves here.
Yeah, we know. Taking applications for Ruffolo's seat.
Okay.
Pelicans against the Jazz. Hands. Got Pelicans favored by 8.5 points. Total set at 240. Book's expecting a lot of defense in this one. I like the Jazz here against the Pelicans. I don't like the way the Pelicans have been playing recently. 5-5 against the number. The Jazz have been playing pretty good. 7-11 against the number on the road. That's powerful. Taking the Jazz. Jay hates the Jazz. He's hating. Hates, man. He hates them like Mitch hates Celtics bad.
On the road. I like them at home.
Well, give me the Jazz here as well. Just too many points.
In the comments, Giannis' brother got 2 minutes of action last night.
Hashtag he coming.
He coming.
Yeah, give me the Jazz and the points here as well. The Pelicans are struggling to close teams out right now. They did it against the Grizzlies. Could happen here against the Jazz. Could let them hang around a little bit. Utah covered 3 straight on the road, 4-2 against the spread in their last 6 road games. They're 6-2 in their last 6-2 against the spread in their last 8 overall. So give me the points. I think they can keep this one within reason.
You guys are foolish and lack vision. This game right here is simple. It's very simple. It yells Pelicans so loud that it don't even make sense. Here's why I say it yells Pelicans. The Jazz have beaten the Pelicans twice this season. Both games were in Utah. Yet they're 8.5-point dog to this team. Why is that? It's because they're finna get their damn doors blown off. That's why. And I understand you guys are right. The Jazz have been playing good basketball. They've won 4 of their last 5. The Jazz, whew. They've won 3 straight. The Jazz, man, shout out these boys. Man, they finna get smashed tonight. Like, it's not even funny. This is going to be their 5th straight road game. Terrible spot. 2 of those 3 wins, can we call a spade a spade? It was against 2 of the worst teams in the NBA, the Spurs and the Pistons. Ooh, you beat the Spurs and the Pistons. Congratulations. And the other one, it was against the team that we've moved to an entire new city in the Toronto Raptors. So that doesn't really do it for me there. The Pelicans, in my mind, I see this as a classic, and I mean a classic bounce back spot at the crib. We're getting the Pelicans at home where they've played their best basketball typically. We were on them a ton earlier in the season, and I faded them the last 2 home games against Memphis, but I faded them with Memphis back-to-back. But I'm on them tonight. Line yells Pelicans. They're going to smash the Jazz in a bounce-back spot at the crib, double revenge spot. Remember, I know the Jazz are playing well. They've played 16 games on the road. 10 of those 16, they lost by 15 plus on the road. Fading their ass. Easy. Pelicans, classic bounce back spot at the crib.
Well, the first 2 games were in Utah, and you still have a New Orleans team that's lost 3 straight home games. So
in Utah, that's what I'm saying. In Utah, they be hooping. They hoop in Utah. On the road, they do not be hooping. And to suggest that they are hooping because they beat the Spurs and the Pistons and the Raptors on the road doesn't do it for me. Doesn't do it. So that's not hooping on the road to me.
For the last 5 meetings decided by 5 points or less.
Not tonight. 15 plus blowout.
Yeah, okay. $4.5-point favorite to the Grizz, lost outright at home. 7.5-point favorite to the Rockets at home. The Rockets, who had won 1 game on the road, lost outright.
Why is the line 8.5, Roof?
Because the Pelicans play their best basketball at home, like you said. But that's the perception that they play their best basketball at home.
Don't overcomplicate it. Don't overcomplicate it. It's a
classic. I'm not overcomplicating it. The Pelicans play their best basketball at home, and
the Jazz have been blown out by 15 points 10 times this year on the road. And the Pelicans have lost 3 straight at home. Like, come on now, it's easy. Bounce back.
Okay. I'm clearly not getting through here, so that's okay.
Jazz for me. No reason to go anywhere else here. Pelicans are a sinking ship.
All right. We'll see. Y'all might be right. Might be wrong. Y'all making some good points in the comments. Jazz are healthy. They weren't healthy for a good portion of the season.
Yep. That's for sure. Grizz against the Nuggets.
So this was the other game where I talked about earlier where you kind of just gotta just jump off. I've been on the Grizzlies the entire time since the job been back. They're 4-0 since he's been back. I rode them the whole way there. Just the jump off point. And I know the Nuggets, when you go and look at it for on paper thus far this season, they haven't really gone stupid, dummy crazy. But we know what's up with the Nuggets at home, man, especially in these late windows. They go stupid, dummy crazy. This is another game I'm just not overcomplicating. When we look at these two teams, the last 2 seasons, 2.5, we can go back a pretty good subset here. Grizzlies, terrible on the road. Nuggets be balling at the crib. This is the spot where the momentum finally comes to an end. Grizzlies, they're going to be competitive down the stretch. I expect them to fight their way back into things. Tonight's just not the spot. Jaren Jackson is going to get his lunch ate tonight by Nikola Jokic. Steve Kerr, last game after Jokic went out there and gave their ass that work on Christmas Day, the Warriors went and started crying to the media talking about Jokic and his free throws. I don't know what game Steve Kerr was watching. What I saw in that game was the Warriors just couldn't guard him. And the only way they could stop him was to foul him. Jokic is not no flopper like some of these other guys in the league. Jokic just get that ball and be trying to get a bucket every time he scored. And if you can't guard him, you just can't. And I expect Jaren Jackson Jr. going to be in foul trouble early here. I expect Jokic to have another huge game. Murray going to have a nice game. Michael Porter never swing the rock. Porter Jr. I like his over threes tonight. I expect him to have – I just think this is a Nuggets at the crib type game where they remind the world, hey, we are the defending champs. Nuggets at the crib. Jumping off the Grizzlies.
I don't know. The Nuggets haven't been a great cover team at home. You know, they've been good winning games, but not covering spreads. And I don't know, man. The Grizz are the team that they kind of just close games out really well with when Ja's playing. I'm going to take the points here with the Grizz. I don't love it, but I'm taking it. Also, front end of a back-to-back with the Thunder buddies coming to town tomorrow.
They lose outright. Smash here, lose outright tomorrow.
Chris?
Yeah, give me the Grizzlies. Sprinkle a little bit on Grizzlies money line as well until I have a reason to not take the Grizzlies. They've looked, revitalized, invigorated since John Morant came back, and seems to me like a good spot for, a spot to really just put their stamp on and say, hey, we're back. I think they'll be sky high for this one. Like I said, this looks like a completely different team over the last few games that we've seen from the Memphis Grizzlies. So the Nuggets 50-50 cover team at home this season. 12-2 straight up at 7-7 against the number. I think the Grizzlies are live here. So give me Memphis.
No, you live what? To
live
win?
Dogs. Yeah, 100%.
To win?
100%.
You tripping.
100%.
It's going
100%.
stupid, dummy, crazy on the
You are
show.
tripping. You are tripping.
100%. Okay.
You are tripping. Ain't no live dogs to do shit. Denver only lost twice at home this season. They not losing to no Memphis.
Yeah, okay.
No. How? How do you even get there? You talking about the same Memphis team. Hold on. Let me run this back. The same Memphis team, 16-28 straight up on the road last season. That Memphis team finna come into Denver and win outright?
100%.
Stop.
I'm putting my money on it. Why not?
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop it. The same Memphis team that's straight garbage. The momentum over with. I rode it as far as I could. They getting smashed in Denver tonight. Another team I love fading, the Warriors. Mitch, we on the Heat tonight?
Taking the Warriors on the money line. Warriors have been red hot at home. 8 in a row. I tell you what, Boston College is beating the piss out of SMU in this game. It's only 3-0, but I mean, they are just physically dominating them. SMU is just, I mean, what a joke. Rhett Lashley. I'm so glad we got rid of that guy. Shit, leave that high school shit at home. And that worked the Pee Wee football for you. It's kind of like the pitcher that throws to third and tries to throw to first. That should just be a balk. Just for stupidity alone.
Yeah, I mean, I can take the Warriors at home. Excuse me. I take the Warriors at home here as well. Like I said, they're playing their best basketball at home right now, and Miami Heat are just still banged up. And I think this is a spot where the Warriors finally wake up, get their craft together, and put together a full effort for 60 minutes or 48 minutes. Excuse me. So give me the Warriors here at home.
I'm on the Heat here. I hate to be the guy just fading both of y'all today, but I am, man. Yes, the Warriors are playing well, but context matters. Like 3 of these last 4 games were against Portland and Washington. Like that just doesn't do it for me. Just doesn't do it for me. Miami is hooping too. They won 4 of their last 5. They just beat Philly, smacked up Orlando in Orlando, kept it competitive with Minnesota in Minnesota. They kept it competitive with Minnesota at the crib. It's not the sexiest spot for Miami because they're coming off a pretty significant home trip. But y'all know what I say about these 50-50 games. And I think this is a classic 50-50 game. I'd rather A, have the points in my back pocket, or B, attack the plus money. Yes, the Warriors have played decent basketball at the crib, but they're 15-15. That's what they are. That's a 50-50 team. They're 15-15 against the number as well. They are a classic 50-50 team. And that cover the other day was as lucky as it gets. 6.5-point dogs, lose by 6. Yeah. I don't bet the Heat often, but when I do bet the Heat, it's on the road, especially as a dog. We're getting the better team as a dog. It's taking the Heat.
Golden State's a dog?
Golden State is not the better team. Stop it. No, they're not. The Heat are.
Wow. I'm taking the Warriors all day, man. They win at home. That's just what they do.
Not really. And it's going to take more than home wins over Washington.
They won 8 in a row at home. What are you talking about?
Nah,
but they weren't a good.
They did beat the Celtics. That was a solid home win. They did beat the Celtics. They beat the Nets, but it's like they haven't looked impressive to me is all I'm saying. Like they're just scathing by.
They got a guy that can throw in threes from the parking lot.
They do, but we also got one of the most defensive tenacity teams who's going to get up on his ass. There's no other team like Miami is going to push up on him full court all game. I feel like Miami is one of those style teams. I'm not laying points with the Warriors. I'm not doing it.
They're one of those teams healthy. But this injury list is a mile long for Miami.
It's been that way for the past month, though, and they still been hooping. It's been that way. Warriors 4-0, last 4 at home. Yes, they are. But those games don't weigh the same. Celtics win, solid win. Really solid win. But Portland, Wizards, nah. Even Miami.
Atlanta team that couldn't stop a nosebleed, an Orlando team that's fallen apart before our very eyes, splitting with Chicago.
Are you bad-mouthing my Heat? I took the Warriors for one freaking game here. I'm not sitting here trashing my team.
I'm just saying.
We'll line the Maple Leafs up here if we need to. That's what we'll do. We'll go through the last 50 or so years.
Over the Charlotte Hornets.
We'll go through the last 50 years. I mean, you guys have been around an original 6 team. We got more hardware than freaking the original together, man.
When did I ever deny that? I'm just saying we're going
Sitting
to
here
talk about
just trash panda.
When you just look at the body of work, what Miami is doing right now is far more impressive than what Golden State is doing. Far more impressive.
In what way?
In every aspect.
We got Hawkins.
Adebayo's been missing significant time. Jimmy Butler's game time decision every damn day. And they got the better record. And they've been playing better teams. Golden State is not good. They're not. Everybody acting like Golden State's a team from a couple years ago. They're a 50-50 team. They're 15-15. And their last couple games have been against the bottom tier teams in the NBA.
Wow.
I ain't argue with y'all in a minute. Today's the day to argue.
We got Hawkins. We got Hawkins. Taking the Warriors.
Me and Roof ain't gone at it in a good minute this time. Today's the day. He's trying to get under my skin today.
Well, you're already me, so might as well.
You know I love you.
Yeah, I love you too.
Got the Spurs and the Blazers, game 1 of a back-to-back. I mean, how do they decide who gets to play these back-to-backs, man? This is a true back-to-back. They play again tomorrow. If one time isn't enough.
They play, do they play in Portland tomorrow?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Back-to-back. Straight back-to-back. No home and home. No day off in between. This is the back-to-back. This is a real shit show. I bet you. I mean, this is terrible. Talking about moving the Mavericks to Seattle, to Vegas.
No, they not. No, we ain't going nowhere, bro.
I heard them moving the Mavericks to Vegas.
They gonna build a casino here in Dallas is the goal.
I've heard of Walking Stick Casino. There's gonna be Trash Panda Casino.
Mitch, he trying to bust up on our teams. Like, I think we might need to just remind him about the Raptors, Blue Jays.
Hey, look. I've been suffering in silence for as long as I have. There was a certain point where everything was going to boil over, and I think today's the day where it's boiled over.
It's Christmas. It's the holiday season. It's what we're here for. If it wasn't depressing enough, we're here to just push it over the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what we do.
You know.
Yeah, crack me up, bro.
It's like Wilson Phillips says, Chris, just hold on for one more day.
I know you just broke out Wilson Phillips. That tells me where we're at.
I listened to it on my way to the gym to get pumped up.
Oh no.
It was leg day. Come on. Doing my sumo squats. Nothing fun about it. Nothing fun about it. I'm working out, man. Down 10 pounds. Feeling good.
Nice.
Feeling good. I got these. Got this. I like the Blazers here against the Spurs because I fade the Spurs every single game so far this season. They're 11-18 against the number, 5-9 on the road, 2-12 straight up on the road, and got a Blazers team that I think Scoot Henderson's finding his game, taking the Blazers, and I also like Scoot's over on his player props.
Wow, never thought I'd hear those words.
He busted up the Kings last time. Busted them up, man. Scoot had, 17 in that game? 6 of 15 from the floor. Scoot was plus 21 in that game. That's serious business.
Mitch done faded the Heat and took the over on Scoot.
Love Scoot.
Yeah, it's Bizarro World today.
Team Scoot.
That's gonna be Mitch's new hashtag. Hashtag Team Scoop. Oh man, this game is. Give me Portland. Just faded the Spurs if nothing else, but yeah, not going anywhere near this thing today.
I'm on the Blazers here too. The Spurs are the gift that keeps on giving right now. So why stop now? The Blazers, they're the better team, just flat out. They should win here. Maybe just do the If you don't want to lay the points, just do like a Blazers parlay. Parlay with the Blazers tomorrow. Last game up.
Last game. It's the last dance.
It's the Lake Show.
Romance tonight. It's my last dance. Romance. Be there beside me to guide me. Hornets against the Lakers. Lakers are 12.5-point favorites against a professional basketball team. I'm taking the Hornets on principle alone. I don't even understand. I don't even know who I got. I'm taking the Hornets. 12.5.
This game reminds me of the Raptors game yesterday, where it's like I feel like they know something. They know it. So I'm taking the Lakers.
Crazy.
I said that with the Raptors yesterday. Like, why the hell are the Raptors 7.5-point favorites on the road? Like, no, they don't even make sense. And what they do, they came out there and hooped. Like we can't expect teams to just be trash like all year. You know what I mean? Like the Lakers, they're gonna blow somebody out sometime. Is today not today? Like, there's going to be spots in the season where they're going to blow somebody out. Blowing out Hornets out at home, is that like – I can see that happening.
I've just seen it happen too many times with the Lakers where they just take their foot off the gas and fall asleep, where I don't want to lay 12.5 points with anybody, so especially on the Lakers. So give me the Hornets and the points. I think the Lakers probably win this one by 10 or 11. I think 12.5 is too many.
Ah, crap. Now I'm on Ruffolo's side.
Yeah, well, last Thursday wasn't that bad of a place to be.
Last Thursday?
It was.
I had the great day last Thursday.
It was. I'm just saying, you were quick to bring up the Wednesday where it was like everything that went wrong.
Talk to him, Roof.
College hoops. Maryland against Coppin State. Oklahoma versus Central Arkansas. Cleveland State versus Oakland. LIU versus Albany. UTSA versus Prairie View. Texas Tech versus Sam Houston. Tennessee Tech against Little Rock. Tennessee State against Tennessee Martin. Chris, anything there that just sets your gears going?
Sets the world ablaze. Couple. I'm going to take Sam Houston plus the points against Texas Tech. I think it's just too many points to lay with Texas Tech. I think probably win that one by 13 or 14. Texas Tech hasn't necessarily been a team that's blown many people away this season. 2-4 against the number at home as well. So give me Sam Houston plus the 16.5. And also give me Oakland plus the 1.5. starting to see the line drop a little bit. Maybe it's just worth taking Oakland on the money line against Cleveland State. So Oakland team's been a great cover team on the road this season. So why jump off? Give me Oakland plus the 1.5.
Jay.
Where we went all the way?
No, just at
No.
8:30 Eastern.
All right, give me UTSA laying the points on Prairie View A&M. Terrible spot for PV. Missed their 5th road game in the last 6 games. They lost the 4 previous. Yeah, they probably lose this one as well. Bounce back spot at the crib for UTSA. Got to fade the Romanellis there. I'm gonna take Texas Tech. It is a lot of lumber to lay, but they'll be fine. Sam Houston's awful. They just got smashed by Grand Canyon by 12. I like Grand Canyon though. Come on, Texas Tech. Let's blow them out at the crib. Texas Tech, they usually ball at the crib. They should smash Sam Houston. The 2 I like. Oh, no. Y'all almost got me. Of course we're landing 31.5 with Oklahoma. Of course. Boomer Sooner. We've been on Oklahoma all year.
That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points. It is. But who cares? Look, bounce back spot at the crib, off the loss. I've been waiting for my boys to get back, man. I ain't bet them in what? A week? It's been over a week. So I bet my Oklahoma boys, man. Back on them today. Didn't they start the year out unfavored, and now they're 12th in the nation? I tried to tell y'all.
Taking Cleveland State against Oakland. I think that Oakland getting just a little too much love in this one. Cleveland State is also a perfect 7-0 at home. Straight up. And that's straight up money to you and me. I also like Sam Houston against Texas Tech. I just think Texas Tech is a good win team, not a great cover team at home. We go to Davis versus UCSB, Weber State versus Montana. I might be moving to Montana. Going to raise me a crop of dental floss. Raising it up, waxing it down, putting a little white box that I can sell uptown.
Forgot about that.
Idaho State versus Montana State. Idaho versus Sac State. Eastern Washington versus Portland State. Oregon versus USC in Pac-12 action. Oregon State, UCLA, Pac-12 action. UC San Diego, that's the Tritons, up against Bakersfield, the Roadrunners. Cal State Fullerton versus Long Beach State. What up, Beaches? UC Irvine, the Anteaters, up against UC Riverside. What are they, the Highlanders? And then Cal Poly versus Cal State Northridge, as we know, the Matadors. Chris? Matadors are not doormats. They're Matadors.
Give me USC plus the 2.5 against Oregon.
An idiot.
Well, USC is the better team. From a talent perspective, 100% they're the better team. Oregon, and they play well at home, 6-0, 5-1 against the number, but his team's banged up. I think USC can go into Oregon and steal one. So give me USC in the points. Give me Portland State in the points against Eastern Washington. Eastern Washington's played nobody at home. And Portland State 5-1 against the number on the road. So give me Portland State there. And
Portland's not really a state, Chris.
I know it's not, but
that is crazy that they call it Portland State.
That's because it's a state school.
just those two for me there.
Thanks, Chris, for your input. Jay?
No problem.
What up, beaches? I'm on Long Beach State, man. I'm gonna lay it. I'm with Roof too. I'm taking USC. I'm taking the Brownies.
Good way to lose a lot of money.
I know. You know I love the hype train, Mitch. Leave me alone.
Love the hype train.
Oh, man. love the hype train.
What's the worst loss I've ever taken in the history of college basketball?
It was a USC. Oh no, you bet against Oregon. You bet against Oregon against Arizona.
Yep. Never bet against Oregon at home. Never, ever, ever. And I'll tell you what you never want to do is take Arizona against Oregon at Oregon. You don't even need to look. Once that game happens, you don't even need to look. They've beaten them like 100 in a row, and it's like none of them have been close. They're all like 25 in a row.
So I got to find the circle game on the calendar where it's just like.
Well, look at it. Look at the history of that game. I mean, it is just as one-sided as it gets. Oh boy, SMU, they're gonna like to have that play back. You're supposed to hit the hole.
So January 27th.
Arizona at Oregon.
Arizona at Oregon.
Nice.
I'll be in Vegas, so I just unload everything on Oregon.
Yep, and in-game it. Chris Ruffolo on his way to Vegas. Canceled my Vegas trip for this month. Okay. I like Oregon State against UCLA. UCLA is not very good this year. They've played a tough schedule, but Oregon State has improved. I also like San Diego against Bakersfield because I can. And the Anteaters against UC Riverside. The Big West goes through the Anteaters. We all know that. Always has, always will. All right, we go to the NHL unannounced, not in the title of today's show, not title worthy. Hurricane against the Canadiens, the Canucks against the Flyers, Vegas up against LA. Vegas was slumping something fierce. And the Sharks up against Oilers. Man, it's hard to believe the NHL has already played 31 games for some of these teams.
I know.
Touchdown ponies.
I'm going to take a couple of +1.5s here. I'm going to take.
Oh, God.
Which makes sense. I mean, I take Montreal +1.5, 11-4 on the puck line on the road, and Carolina 6-9 on the puck line at home. So I think you can get some value there with Carolina +1.5. Put a little bit on the money line as well. And I'm going to take Philadelphia +1.5. I think it's a 1-goal game, whichever way you have it going. Philadelphia 15-2 on the puck line on the road. Vancouver 13-4 on the puck line at home. But like I said, I think it's just a tight game. Both teams 7-1-2 in their last 10. So give me the Flyers plus the 1.5 there too.
That's the fucking stupidest thing I ever heard. Jay?
I'm not in love with today's hockey action, man. None of my teams in action. Give me the Golden Knights.
Vegas.
At the crib.
Vegas. I'll take Montreal on the puck line, plus the goal. All right. Brings us to that magical moment of the show. Our Pick Dogs parlay segment. Chris, do you have a parlay for these fine people?
I do. I'm going to go with Portland State plus the points. I'm going to go with the Montreal Canadiens plus the 1.5. And the Chicago Bulls plus the 1.5.
Jay. Mavericks plus the 10.
Oh, I was muted. Mavs, Pacers, Heat.
I'm going to take the Mavericks as well with the Boston Celtics minus the 17.5. And take the Jazz plus the points. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. We appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to try and act more professional tomorrow. See how I held it together for the whole show there? You guys notice? I'm growing up. in front of your very eyes. Make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to tip your bartenders. Make it a good day.